Hello YouTube, this is your girl Floyd Fan since 2000 with another review of Mistresses. This is season 1, episode I forget. This episode was crazy. A lot of stuff happened that I knew would. First of all, it leaves off with Savannah and Harry, and they're trying to patch up their relationship after he found out she cheated on him and may not be carrying his child. And then she just kind of asks him, where do we stand? He says, I'm trying to patch things up. She goes, okay. And she tells him that she has this little get together for work, and she tries for him not to go, and he says, okay, well, when are we going? And you could tell she kind of like, dang, I don't want him to run into Dominic, and I don't want any drama. But he's like, well, why wouldn't I go? So he goes, and then he's getting a drink at the bar. And then Dominic comes up and is like, oh, hey, man, how you doing? Congratulations. And Harry goes, excuse me? He goes, congratulations on, the baby and everything. He hits him, and then he just kind of walks away. On the previews, it looked like more than just a hit. It looked like a full-on fight. Anyway, Savannah comes in. She's like, what happened? He goes, I just hit the guy. I'm sorry, but it felt good. She talks to Dominic at the party, and he goes, your husband just hit me. You didn't tell me that he knew about us, and if he knows about us, then why is he so mad if this is his baby? And then she kind of pauses, and then he goes, you don't know who the father is, do you? They just kind of leave it at that, and then she just kind of doesn't say anything. She might have said something. I was watching it, but I missed a few minutes of it. They show April and Jocelyn is staying with her because her and her sister got into it. And she's trying to give her some advice on how to make up with her sister. And her friend that she's dating, he wants them to go on a romantic weekend together to Santa Barbara. And and she's against it because she really hasn't told anybody that they're dating, and he wants to let his daughter and her daughter know that they're dating, and so they can go out. And she's having issues with it. They go out to dinner and talk about it, and next thing you know, she's looking and she sees her dead husband across the street. She's like, oh my God, she's creeped out about it. Then when the van, or when whatever the car passes, she sees that he kind of disappeared. And she goes home and she's like, oh my God, I think I saw my dead husband. And they're like, you're tripping, it's not true, he's not really dead. And then at the very end, she also is having problems giving up half her half her restaurant and boutique to give that mistress some money. And I don't agree with that. I don't find it realistic, but whatever. So anyway, she gives in, and they decide that they will tell their children that they will go on this Santa Barbara trip. And they find out, and she opens the door to find her dead husband there. He goes, hello, April. She goes, you've been dead for 3 years on the previews. He goes, I faked my death. And I knew it. I knew at the moment when she said, I see him. I thought I saw him. I said, I bet you he's not dead. And I bet you she went to his grave and everything to talk to him. He's not even dead. And I bet you he has that woman trying to sue her to get money out of her. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's talk about Jocelyn gets jealous because her boss is starting to take an interest in her lesbian friend. They go out for a drink. She gets drunk, starts acting loose and all that. And then she's like, I'm leaving. You catch a cab. She catches a cab to her place, and they kind of make up and everything. She kind of sleeps off her drinking or whatever. And I think that's all that happened with Jocelyn. her and Savannah still haven't patched things up. Okay, the Asian girl. Oh my God. So she finds out that somebody's stalking her, and it's Sam, of course. He is stalking her, and she runs into the detective at the store, and she goes, "Oh, I hope to see you around." He goes, "I'm sorry, you probably won't, because the investigation is closed and I won't be investigating the death anymore." She goes, "Well, how did when I first talked to you, you told me he did not have suicidal thoughts, and then now that I see your notes, you said he did." She goes, "Well, I was not just his psychiatrist, I was his friend, and I didn't want to really put his thoughts on blast like that. I didn't want to ruin his legacy, and that's why I didn't say that he had suicidal thoughts." And then he's like, "Okay." And she's at her house, and she gets scared, so she calls him to kind of put up some security. Her security was up, but somebody like knocked the camera out, so he comes over. They flirt a little bit, talk, and I think he is so hot. She kind of wants to stay by herself for a while, not really give into a new relationship, but I think there's something there. I'm a little bit afraid for her because Sam is stalking her, and I think he's really creepy. Anyway, that was all that happened on Mistresses. Savannah really has to figure out who the baby's father is, but her and Harry are going to continue to, I guess try to hash things out. Harry on the preview says that he says, if the baby is not mine, you have to choose between me and your baby. And I really hope that it is her husband's. Anyway, rate, comment, and subscribe. This was pretty good. I told you April's husband was not dead. Now, anyway, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at OS_midnight_LUV. Thank you.